Sydney Sweeney just stepped onto the red carpet, and the world stopped scrolling. At the Christy premiere in LA, she appeared in a sheer crystal-studded gown that caught every flash, every feed, every heartbeat of the internet. It was instantly called her most daring look yet. Overnight, searches for Sydney Sweeney red carpet exploded. Praise poured in, she ate. Hollywood goddess. Then came the other half. Too much. She's gone too far. But for Sydney, this moment wasn't just about a dress. It was about what happens when the camera never looks away. Welcome back to A Sip of Drama, where glamour meets the glare. Hit that like button, because even fame has a dress code. The gown was custom made, a transparent mesh of silver crystals that moved like liquid light. It wasn't just red carpet fashion, it was performance art. Every step, every pose, every breath, designed for the age of infinite screenshots. The next morning, her image was everywhere, on magazine covers, fan edits, meme accounts, and opinion threads debating whether beauty had gone too bold. But under the sparkle was strategy. Sydney's team knew this was the Christy premiere, her first dramatic role after a string of romantic comedies. The gown wasn't rebellion, it was reintroduction. A declaration, I'm not the ingenue anymore. And yet, the more she defines herself, the more the world tries to define her back. Just a few years ago, Sydney Sweeney was Cassie Howard, the vulnerable heartbeat of HBO's Euphoria. That performance turned her into a Gen Z icon overnight. Then came Anyone But You, the viral rom-com that proved she could sell both tickets and TikToks. Then Immaculate, a horror passion project she produced herself. Now, with Christy, she's carrying a studio film on her own shoulders. The transition from rising star to household name happened so fast, it barely paused for breath. In interview after interview, Sydney admits fame can feel overwhelming. She still lives in the same modest house she bought before Euphoria, a way, she says, to remember what real feels like. But online, real doesn't always matter. Every photo becomes a referendum on her body, her ambition, her worth. Hollywood builds its obsessions quickly and watches them burn just as fast. Because the truth is, fame isn't a spotlight, it's a mirror ball, reflecting, distorting, multiplying every flaw until you forget which reflection is yours. Fame is a dress you can't take off. Beyond the glitter, Sydney Sweeney is also a producer, a writer, and the CEO of her own company, 50/50 Films. She helped finance Immaculate when studios wouldn't. She's spoken about building roles that let women be messy, powerful, and human all at once. But even empowerment gets edited into clickbait. A confident photo becomes a scandal. A vulnerable quote becomes a headline about breaking down. She once said, "People forget that I'm 27 and still figuring it out." And that's the contradiction of modern fame. The audience demands authenticity, but punishes imperfection. When she walked that red carpet, some saw confidence, others controversy. But for Sydney, it was just another performance. A night when the costume shimmered louder than the person inside it, because the dress sparkled for a night, but the pressure to shine never comes off. The gown that broke the internet will fade from headlines. But the conversation it started about fame, control, and how we look at women who dare to shine is still unfolding. For Sydney Sweeney, this is just another chapter in a career built on dualities, confidence and critique, vulnerability and victory. Because in Hollywood, the brighter you sparkle, the more they test your fireproofing. What do you think? Is Sydney's fame a fairy tale or a trap she can't escape? Drop your thoughts below. And if you're still watching, hit subscribe. Because around here, every spotlight comes with shadows.